I should be opening Twitch is what I should be opening. Whoops. Well, apparently we're live, because I just got the notification that we were live from the Elder Heroes Discord. Stream Manager. Hey, we have 104 followers. It went up. Neat. Okay.
Are you in a screen that can't be shown?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Let me try this.
Why? Is it not showing?
Well, maybe not. There we go. I thought I clicked on the thing, but...
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Wait a tick. I just realized something. My audio is all turned off from when I was taking video. The other day. Sound on, ambient effect, interface, cinematic, yes, dialogue, yep. Okay. That's better. Now it's not so oddly quiet. Lib lazy crafting.
Alright, let's go.
I haven't gone to the bathroom. I'm going right now.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's because I realized that I had forgotten to turn on my audio. It was all turned off from the other day when I was taking videos.
I'm going to grab some water real quick while you're stepping away as well.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back.
Awesome.
But I can't sit.
But I literally just fixed them all. Crazy even tested them.
They ain't working for me.
Ugh, I give up.
So weird. Now they're gone.
Yes, I said I give up.
I can sit in that one.
Leave the Snugpod and come back.
Well, fine.
We're gonna test something.
Oh yeah. I left and turned around and went back in, but it was yours. It was not yours that I went back into.
Proud of you.
I have noticed since we got all these add-ons that they apparently, I'm assuming that's what it is, periodically interfere with animations. Because sometimes I don't get my fast travel thing, and then I'll just fast travel. Yeah, I could still use it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with their housing stuff like that.
By the way, the fast travel thing is not an add-ons on console thing. That's a last update thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's already, they know about it, and I think it's set to be patched, I think. Maybe.
Okay. I was gonna say, because I feel like there's been. Is there other animations that they've had that issue with too?
I don't recall. I feel like maybe, but I'm not 100% sure.
Sitting in chairs, apparently.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay.
I thought it was funny. Okay. Anyway.
No, you're right. I'm gonna inhale some cheese because I've only had one meal today, and I'm drinking a Celsius, and now I'm feeling not super great. So I am here, but I'm going to eat something while we do whatever we're doing, whether that be intro or whatnot.
So does that mean we're ready to go?
Yes.
Thumbs up.
Okay.
Yep, thumbs up to you.
Okay. Hello, welcome back, because this is clearly not your first time to A Snugpod Cast. This is A Snugpod Cast. I am never separate. I am joined by Gone Crazy Back Soon. How are you?
Cheese for everyone!
Yay,
Kidding.
cheese.
I just had a snack, yeah, sorry. I'm good! Yeah, it's, wow, it's been a crazy week.
Well,
Been busy. Busy around these places.
the crazy week's about to be gone, but it'll be back soon. That, I believe, is one Gwen the Bard. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just making good use of fast travel to try to finish decorating the snug pod before I also am gone.
Yeah, making good use of fast travel with broken animations, apparently. So
It's not my fault.
I didn't say it was,
I don't code the animations.
I didn't say it was your fault. I was just saying apparently that's a thing, and I only learned about that just a few minutes ago, that the fast travel animation being broken is apparently a known issue.
Oh well, it's clearly just you because I haven't had that problem.
Well, I don't know.
It's not all the time. It's just some of the time.
Yeah, it doesn't do it every time, and it could just be that maybe it only affects certain animations, possibly like custom ones. I don't know.
That could be. Are you running a custom one?
I'm using the dolmen thing.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Because yeah, I'm using the leaves. I'm using the Gold Road one.
Yeah.
I have the one from the content pass. So.
Because how can I make myself more Bosmer?
I
am totally gonna go full Bosmer. Maybe half Bosmer, 75% Bosmer.
Yeah, sometimes when I travel, I call the dolmen thing down and travel, and other times it doesn't do anything, make any noise or anything, and then the load screen pops up and I travel. So I thought maybe it was an add-on thing, but apparently that's something that they're aware of.
Yep.
So, yeah. So let's get into what we've been up to. I have just largely been working on inventory by clearing out tons of treasure maps and crafting surveys. I just go into my bank and I pick the first one, and then I search for the name of the zone that is the first one that I come to, and I pull out everything that goes in that zone, and I go and I clear that zone, and then I go to the next one and I pull all of those, and I go to that zone and I clear that zone. And I have gone through a lot of...
That sounds really efficient.
Yeah,
that actually sounds really smart.
Yeah, I often forget that the search function exists, and
we all do.
So
it's okay.
I was like, you know what? Instead of scrolling through all of my maps and trying to pull out all the ones that go in the zone that I'm in, I can just grab one and then search for whatever zone it is and pull them out, and then I can use the search function in my inventory and do the same thing, so that I don't have to scroll through all my items to get to those. And yeah, it's made it pretty quick. I'll usually knock out a couple of zones a night, and then if I pull any leads or anything in the process, then I'll go ahead and do those while I'm in that zone, as long as I don't forget. I also managed to grab, I forget what it's called, but there's a mining animation, custom animation, that honestly doesn't look that different. It's just looks like a hammer instead of a pickaxe, but that you get just from mining, and you have a chance to get it. And I managed to pull that custom animation, so
I'm jealous. Also happy for you.
Yeah, like I said, other than the fact that it's like a stone hammer or whatever, instead of a pickaxe, it's pretty much the same thing, but
That's still cool.
Yeah, it popped up. I was like, wait, what is that? I was like, oh, is that? I got an animation. Okay. So let me think. I haven't really fooled with the event a ton. I did a few the first couple days, and I was like, I don't really need anything from this event. The boxes are cool and all, but I'm not worried about getting tickets. I'm pretty much full on tickets, and I really, really wanted to clear out my inventory, so that's what I've been focusing on. I've been trying to sell stuff. I've listed several things, trying out the market trader and see if it actually gives me any accurate thing. I mean, I've sold some stuff based on that. I usually see whatever the price is and drop it by a few hundred or maybe a few thousand if it's a big number. And I had some recipe for I think it was just a green or a blue recipe. I don't even remember what it was. I forgot I listed it for like 30 something thousand, and I just got it back today that it sold. So I assume that those numbers are, at least some of them are close, but
I think they've got to be pretty fairly close, even if they're slightly outdated or not running as often, because some of the new gear from Solstice is pretty comparable to like pricing on PC even. Like,
yeah,
it's probably about 5K less. Like, some of the pieces over on PC are selling for anywhere from 10 to 20K, depending on the traits. And then over here, I was noticing that the ones that I was deconstructing were running anywhere from like 8 to 11 or 8 to 15.
Yeah.
So it's pretty similar, it seems.
Well, I noticed that some of my style pages, I think, I don't remember, for, I forget which one it was now. I think they were listed for like 5,000 or 8,000 or something, and I was like, really? Are they going that high? I didn't think they sold for that much. But
it's because of leads, probably, for pages like ancestral orc, ancestral stuff like that.
No, it was some of the common ones that um,
It's because it's Zeal of Zenithar.
well, that is true. A lot of people are listing things at 5 and 10,000 because of the the buy things from a guild trader option. Uh, so that might actually be part of it. You could be right. Anyway, that's been what I've been up to. I've been trying to clear inventory by. I've also been doing writs. A lot of my I got the witch title earlier. I don't care about the title, but just because I was like, I've got all these witches writs in my inventory in my bank, I need to get rid of them. And now that we have the thing to do those, I just been knocking those out. And the charity writs also, same thing. I had several of those, and just knocked out a ton of those. So I'm actually down now to, if I don't keep my ESO Plus subscription, my bank will still be below the threshold, because it's 480 with ESO Plus, 240 without, and I'm at like 230 something spaces used in the bank now. I've cleared out a lot of stuff in there. Next thing will be to clear out some writs, some of the master writs, but some of those I don't have the things to do yet. I'll have to either sell them or go buy recipes, motifs, whatever, so I can do them. That'll depend on what those are selling for. Anyway, how about you, Gwen? What are you been up to?
Up to a vengeance. That's pretty much it. So I've been running around in Cyrodiil because the Vengeance campaign is finally on console, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yes, and it was running so nice too. Woohoo!
That's pretty much it. I had a blast. I was like, oh, we got Vengeance on console. And then the second I actually had a second, I hopped on and killed things, did things, ran around everywhere. The map was Dominion, so it was hard to find things. Had a blast, got distracted because the sky was really pretty, and then just wandered around taking screenshots and video. And yeah, so that happened. And then did a full Stuga makeup test, stress test, not just test, but stress test. So pretty much I put on all of the Stuga makeup and the wig, and I didn't wear the tusks while doing this, just in case I had to explain anything to my neighbors, and went outside in the summer heat and did gardening in all of my Stuga makeup, and trimmed my flowers and stuff, just to see how well it held up. It held up amazing, and yeah, so that's a thing. Also, everything is crunch time. Things are being abandoned, other things perfected. So much chaos. I'm going to be gone for a while. I'm going to be leaving for the tavern in Germany, and so everything is kind of chaos here. Stuga's in my bag. Right now, tentative schedule, unless for some reason I get poked otherwise and pressured or requested, Stuga is only going to be worn Saturday, and then probably Friday night and Sunday I'm probably just going to wear my shrouded armor that I got, because I actually did a weird thing, and I only make things that don't exist. Well, guess what exists? Shrouded armor. You can buy pre-made shrouded armor. That exists. So I did something Gwen has never done before. I bought a pre-made cosplay off one of those sites. And it's actually really good quality, and I like it, and it's comfy, and I'm looking forward to running around and pretending to kill people with other Dark Brotherhood people.
Are you going to be sneaking up behind folks?
That's actually really awesome.
You're going to sneak up behind folks and put your finger on their throat.
I have a fake dagger. It's rubber. It's fake.
I would advise caution, because somebody might.
Oh,
react.
I'm not going to do anything like that. No, I'm not silly.
I would probably try it on somebody, but only if I knew them. That's funny. So I have a question. What would you have done if your neighbors would have come over and tried to talk to you? You
I
think
would have just
you think they'd have
said
freaked out?
those. No. Well, I have one neighbor that like is even like social at all, and they're a retired art professor, so I don't think he would care at all. He would just ask and be fine. But everyone else, I don't know. I actually don't know my neighbors. I should probably get to know my neighbors. Eh. The kids would probably be confused and yell, because kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Oh, goodness.
It was just a test to make sure it didn't all like just disappear, which it actually stayed so well. It took a lot of scrubbing and special like makeup cleaners to get it off. So
Yeah,
I'm proud of that.
The picture you sent earlier looked great. Like, I'm really excited to see the whole thing put all completely together. It looked awesome.
Yeah, I really want to do another full test, but I'm just like, I don't want to take anything out of the bag at this point because I don't want to have another like darn moment where I forget a piece.
You should put on the makeup and then just wear a hoodie and go out to a store or something somewhere, and then just act like you feel sick, and when someone comes to check on you,
You
just reveal your face and
memorize some of Perryeite's blessings and then shout them out in the store.
Never, you realize in larger cities, people just assume there's a convention going on that weekend, and the workers just don't care.
no, I suppose not. We don't have a lot of that kind of stuff around here.
Dang social media, people being desensitized to weird costumes.
Yeah, I think.
How dare people mind their own damn business?
Right? Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh.
Goodness.
Anyway, that covers what we've been up to, but what has been going on?
Wait,
Well,
crazy?
I didn't go.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. It feels like I went because we've all been chatting about everything.
We
so it's okay.
have.
And I usually don't go
I don't-
first. I usually let one of y'all go first. So.
That is
Oh,
true.
oh.
We did go a little out of order.
Last thing, I'm also, if anyone is actually watching the stream right now, you might see me falling from the ceiling a lot and things moving around, and that's because I am trying to actually get the Snugpod finished before I leave, so that way it is a decent studio for a while.
Oh, and I see you bought some of the flowers from Solstice.
Oh, well, I mean, that's tradition. There's a new
Yeah.
zone, and then I decorate with the new flowers for a while.
It reminds me of Bougainvillea from growing up. Like, that's like a very where I live type of like flower or brush, and so every time I see that, I'm like, oh, look, it's outside. I love it. It's so pretty. They're not pretty. They're beautiful in real life, but they're very pokey. I don't like having to do yard work with them, but that's a whole other thing. We don't have to worry about that. It's not a problem.
No, we don't. You can walk right through them and you'll be fine.
That's right. Okay, what have I been up to? It's been a really crazy week. Literally. I'm crazy. The week was crazy. Just working stupid hours again. Still kind of like 50, 45-ish hours a week. So, it's been that. It's been, guild management. It's been streaming. It's been all sorts of stuff. I'm working on the edit for the last Lore Seekers episode because for the first time I'm editing it instead of Peanut because he's under the weather. He actually has COVID, poor guy. So.
Oh, the actual Manhattan flu.
Yeah, he actually has the ick. So I feel bad for him. So I'm trying to edit the episode and get that done. So that's been taking up a lot of free time as well. But did a little Lore Tavern stream today for Lore Seekers. That was fun. We talked about Athelia. My head kind of imploded a little bit, but it was super fun. I did do one quest in Solstice, finally. I sat down the other night and I'm like, I'm doing at least one quest. I have to. And I did the Coralanian Manor, and it was a
Best
cool
quest ever!
It was a cool story. Really cool story, really fun mechanics in there, like very different, and just great visuals. So I'm really glad that was the quest that I happened to choose. So yeah, it was a good time. Other than that, it's just been like crunch mode, kind of like you a little bit for some things, because I'm going to be gone for a couple weeks on vacation for the first time in a while. And pretty much when I come back, it's like time for GCX. I come back on the 21st and GCX is on the 25th. So it's been coordinating with the Tamriel Guild of Giving peeps and, you know, the Fallout peeps, and just kind of trying to figure out, like, what do we still need? What do we have to do? And I've been really trying to, like, share our Amazon wish list and all of that stuff, because everything that we're doing is all donation based, or like being funded by us. So it's been a process of trying to just spread the word and get the news out and help get things organized. And I think going to be providing quite a bit of decor. So it's been trying to track down some of those things in my house and, you know, organize things, and here's what I have. So it's been wild trying to juggle everything, but I'm looking forward to maybe a little time off, a little rest and relaxation, although I'm taking my laptop with me because I have to edit and do some things. So I think it's going to be more of a, I don't have to work my actual job, but I can just relax and do things when I want to and look up lore when I want to, rather than trying to squeeze it in between other stuff. I also did do Vengeance for a little bit the other night with Gwen, and we had some fun. I also ran around and repaired some stuff, just enjoyed it on the PlayStation side of things too. It was definitely very similar to when it was on PC, so I love that, because that to me means that it's consistent across the platforms, so I very much enjoyed seeing that. So that's it.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we got some news.
There's a few things. Originally, when I built the notes earlier, I was like, oh, there's not really anything happening. And then I scrolled down on the page and I went, oh, oops, there is stuff. There is stuff.
So, you want to start with the second thing there, since you were already kind of talking about it?
Sure, we can if you'd like. Why not?
Seems like a good segue.
Sure. Gwen, you want this one or me?
Oh my gosh, what is it? Crown Store Showcase?
Nope, Vengeance campaign. We're starting with that because we were just talking about Vengeance, so.
Yeah. Vengeance. I was so passionate about this, it would be wrong if I didn't read it.
Yeah, I'm just really glad that they let us do a test on console because it was on live. That made me real happy.
The Vengeance campaign returns with newly revamped skill lines and golden pursuits. Vengeance campaign returns with all new options for use in mass battles across Cyrodiil. Our effort to make Cyrodiil the best it can be continues, and you can help. Participate in the updated Vengeance campaign during its return on PC and Mac from today until July 8th to provide crucial data and feedback that will help shape the future of the Alliance War. This time, console players can participate as well, offering information about console performance and enabling another segment of the community a chance to provide their feedback. The Vengeance campaign will run on consoles from today until July 9th. Vengeance Basics. For those unfamiliar with the last round of testing in Vengeance, here's a quick summary of how to participate and what the campaign entails. To enter, 1. Navigate to the Alliance War menu. Either by... Yeah, we're just going to say that. Navigate to the Alliance War menu because keyboard things make no sense to me. Alright, 2. Select your campaign, 2. Select the campaign tab. 3. Select Cyrodiil and then the Vengeance campaign. The Vengeance campaign is open to all players from level 10 to 50 and introduces a special rule set to the Alliance War, templatizing player builds to help improve stability. All players have normalized stats regardless of level. Each class has a modified set of abilities and items. While in Vengeance, you cannot access your bank, vendors, or crafting nodes. Only experience points, alliance points, gold, and champion points are retained upon leaving the campaign, and no items can be taken out. The champion system is disabled in this campaign. All quests are disabled in this campaign. Upon entering the campaign, your character is changed to match a specific template for their class. As mentioned above, this includes predetermined abilities, attributes, consumables, and item sets. It also includes a backpack of supplies that cannot be removed from the campaign. Note that the templatizing of characters is an experiment and does not necessarily mean that these changes will be made to the Alliance War in the future. By introducing templatized characters for this specific test, we can isolate the variables that impact performance, helping us plan future improvements. New Vengeance skill lines. Whether Vengeance is new to you or a familiar war zone, you will find it a little changed this time around. Among the adjustments we've made after our last test are new skill lines included in the character templates. In addition to your templatized class skills, you can also slot versions of skills from all weapon skill lines and the assault and support skill lines that offer better performance in mass battles. During this test, you can unleash the elemental fury of a destruction staff, smash through shield walls with a mighty two-handed weapon, and more, all with significant improvements in how they perform amidst the chaos of Cyrodiil's biggest battles. Cyrodiil Scramble. Not only can you help make Cyrodiil better, you're rewarded for doing so. A new set of golden pursuits, Cyrodiil Scramble, is running alongside Vengeance with rewards of alliance points and gold. Complete various PvP activities from today to July 8th to claim your rewards. To earn everything on offer, including up to a total of 300,000 alliance points, you need to complete 8 activities out of the 12 on offer. Fight for Cyrodiil's future. Are you excited for the Return of Vengeance campaign? Yes. Will this be your first time entering the open world war zone? Yes. Or are you already hardened veteran of the Alliance War? Yes. Tell us. Let us know. Also, kill things.
Yes, and yes. That's more yeses than there were questions, but...
Shh, it makes sense. We're all excited for Vengeance.
I have enjoyed this type of PvP. I really have. Yeah, and I like the skybox. I know, I'm a sucker for a good skybox. I've said that before, but, like, I just think it's kind of cool to have everybody on level ground and feel like the other night when we were in Vengeance, you and I, remember? I was, like, 1v1ing that guy for probably 5 minutes, and neither of us were killing each other. We were just sustaining the whole time. And, like, disappearing and then sustaining and disappearing and sustaining. And finally I was like, I'm out of here. I'm just gonna give up. So I just stealthed and left because I was like, no one is going to win this. He did kill me twice. There was one time that he killed you once too, right? And then we, like, both ran back or whatever, and he was still there.
He knew to go for the healer. Like,
yeah. So, but yeah, it's fun, and I like the addition of the weapon skill lines or whatever. It's been nice to have those in there to get to test those a little bit too. So yeah, I've had fun doing it, and I wasn't even really trying for the golden pursuit, but I got all the way up through the second one. I didn't get the final one with the
I got
300,000 AP or whatever. Yeah, I didn't get that done just because, A, I needed to go take care of other stuff and whatnot, but yeah, I just accidentally basically got the other two on both platforms, which was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Have you gotten to try this at all, Never?
I have not.
Oh man, I have a feeling you might actually like it if you could get in there and we could run as a group. That would be awesome. If they do another, like, the following test, I think we should all make an effort for the 3 of us to try and go in together and try and find a group to run with.
So, like, after the show, because it's still going on.
I know,
or
but I
never
have to
mind,
pack.
sleep.
I know.
Sleep, packing, planning. Dang life.
If I didn't have to pack and get on a plane tomorrow, I would absolutely do that with the 2 of you. But
I think we have to blame Earl for this. Earl tends to be at fault for many of our problems.
Who was Earl?
Early rising?
Earl. IRL.
Oh! Oh man,
I'll allow
took me a second. I'll allow that. That was a good dad joke. Well done, Kat. Well done.
Yep. Earl is the source of many pains.
Yeah, constantly.
But yeah, I'd be down to to give that a shot sometime. I don't do a ton of PvP. I don't like the if I die, I have to run across the map again kind of stuff.
Yeah, but that's why now you don't have to worry about that, because if there's 3 of us together, one of us sets up a camp, and then we can spawn closer. You just have to set it up in the right spot where the other people don't find it to burn it.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Or you buy the stones. That's the other thing, too, is you can buy keep recall stones.
Right.
Then you don't have to run as far.
And in Vengeance, you already have everything. You don't need to buy anything, because they won't let you. You just do stuff. You have infinite resources.
Yeah. If they're adding skill lines, I wonder what the next thing's, because we had class skills, now they're adding weapon skills and alliance war skills. I wonder what they add next. Guild skills, maybe?
One thing that I thought was interesting was Bear just disappears. Like, Bear will appear to hit a thing and then disappears.
Yep, that's what I noticed too. So, like, dropping caltrops, you see them go down, you watch the numbers tick, but they disappear. Same with arrow barrage.
Huh.
Wow. There's no
Very interesting.
I would like to know on the opposite side what the telegraph is. Like, do you see it? And then, like with caltrops and them disappearing, how do you, other than the tick stopping, how do you know you're outside of them?
Maybe for somebody that's
them.
being hit by them, maybe there's the normal red, like don't stand in stupid.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've never noticed it, but that doesn't mean that it's not there.
There has to be something, otherwise people would be like, "Why am I dying? I'm being hit by, so I can't see anything."
Mm-hmm.
That would not. That wouldn't be a good experience. So there's got to be something showing it. I mean, I say there's got to be. There might not be, but you think there would be.
It is a test.
Right.
They might also be seeing how many people are actually using that skill.
Right.
Because that's a weapon skill, and then also, that's an alliance skill. I mean, and then they may also be like, okay, how bad were people complaining or dying or whatever by not being able to see the skills being telegraphed? So
yeah,
who knows?
Yeah, I wonder how much that skews the result if people think the skill isn't working or something, though, because they don't see it.
Yeah, I don't know. But that was a great thing to bring up, Gwen, because I actually had kind of forgotten about that.
I never forget about Beatrice. She's amazing.
Beatrice. Nice. All right. Well, move on.
Yeah.
Yes.
To, I guess we can hit the crown store stuff.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Would you like to do that? And I'll
Sure.
do the preview.
47 preview?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
All right, let's talk Crown Store for July 2025. It says a wave of rare creatures in every shape and size, forgotten relics, and more arrive in the Crown Store this July. Suit up with some martial arms and armor, bring home a new animal friend, or transform a floating island into a shimmering summer getaway. Whatever you're looking for, the Crown Store has you covered in July 2025. Remember, you can always check out what's available by heading over to the Crown Store page, etc., etc., etc. New items coming to the Crown Store for the first time. Dates are listed below, and the times you can expect to find them. We have the Redguard Warrior ESO Plus exclusive statuette. This is a miniature statue of a Redguard Warrior, often used within royal tombs. It says it'll be available for free for ESO Plus members, and for a limited time from 10 a.m. on July 31st to 10 a.m. on September 11th, 2025. That's not that limited. July to September. Sure. Does anybody else find that funny that they said that way? I mean, it is still limited, but like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
So is that when is the next part of the content thing release?
Next content stuff should be like end of. That is probably pretty close, because I think they said September, like beginning of September.
So I wonder if they're just lining it up with that. Although that means that, well, they could do something. They could do something in addition, but I'm thinking in the past those things usually one went off and one came on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's all of August.
Yeah.
But there's not.
Oh, just kidding. Feast of Shadows comes out on August 18th for PC, and September 3rd for console.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it has something to do with lining up with other releases and when they plan on. The next thing is going to be something associated with that, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So, next thing is the Alliance Accord Arms Pack. So, it says, Anissa Drin of Sunport writes, seeing the symbols of the 3 alliances on a weapon gives me hope for the future. Perhaps I will return to the mainland one day after all. Alter your weapon's appearance to match the Alliance Accord's weapons by using this complete set of outfit styles. The new Alliance Accord Arms Pack will be available on all platforms from 10 a.m. on July 24th to 10 a.m. on August 6th. So this one's cool. It's got all 3 of the alliances featured on the arm or on the weapons. So like the shield has the alliance, it's got the eagle, the dragon, and the lion, and then same with like on the sword and the bow and arrow. It's pretty neat because it's got all of those featured. I think I'm gonna pick this one up.
It's kind of neat looking. The colors almost give me more of a Jester's vibe. The purple and gold.
They do. They are a little Jesters-y, but I feel like some of that has to do with the chapter itself, because like Sunport's banner is purple. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if that's where they're getting that sort
Maybe
of
so.
base.
Okay, I walked into Sunport and I immediately thought, oh, this is totally Corona.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's very true.
I wonder if those will be dyeable.
Usually they are. Yeah, I guess we'll have to see. Next thing they've got that's new is the Militant Monk costume. So it says, Mahira the Nimble of Helnetu writes, many are we, many do we protect, and many more shall we someday be. Used to learn the Militant Monk crafting style. Also has a chance to drop by killing the final boss in Lepsaclusa. So this is the styles that come from Lepsaclusa. And then it will be available limited time July 31st, 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. August 14th. And it very rarely can have the complete book drop from Orpheon, the Tactician, in Lepsaclusa on veteran difficulty. Houses that are coming. This one we saw a while back, but it is finally coming out. And it is the Shattered Mirror Isle. So it says, scintillating islands and skeletons of long-forgotten beasts float amid Miramore's luminous skies. Enterprising architects step through a shattered mirror portal in Fargrave and finesse this osseous mass into a dazzling dimensional home. This one looks cool. It looks like the, the skeletons from the giants that you see in Fargrave. Kind of put together and turned into a home, which is...
Oh, that house is finally released?
Yeah, that one's coming out July 17th through July 31st.
Sweet.
And then to go in it, the furnishing pack for the Heart of the Loom is also going to be available. And if you look at this picture closely, those things are huge. The character, the NPC or the characters that are in these photos are the tiny little people down at the bottom. Like way, way underneath the pieces and fragments of the Heart of the Loom, which is crazy. So these are going to be big. Weave your own story within your home. This pack contains all you need to recreate the Loom of the Untraveled Road, found within the Daedric realm of Miramore. No spoilers, sorry about that there. The new furnishing pack, Heart of the Loom, will be available in the Crown Store on all platforms from July 17th to July 31st, so basically matching the exact same time as the house. Next new thing is Statue, the Mistress of Nightmares, aka Vermina. Vermina's sphere is the realm of dreams and nightmare, and her statue draws upon illusion magic, and its owner can control. Dare you call forth vile hands that reach out from Vermina's realm, or summon ghastly heads that whirl around? So this is a new statue that's going to be available, again, same time, July 17th through July 31st. This one's cool. It's got some cool effects with it. The skulls
Oh,
are kind
yeah.
of interesting.
Very pretty.
I just say yes to all of it. Why would you not have it all going?
Yeah, why not?
if
Yeah,
I
do
can
that
choose
too.
hands, skulls, or both, it's both.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Give me all the things.
Isn't she supposed to be in nightmares? Neither of those things are scary. Like, try again.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
guess.
know. I mean, I'd probably be a little freaked out if hands started coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not scared of it in media form, but I think it'd probably be a little creepy if a hand grabbed my foot as I walked over the ground.
Don't go in Dragonstar Arena then. That's all I have to say about that. A new mount is coming, and this one matches the armor stuff that we were just talking about. The Three Banners Veteran Wolf. War and bloodshed have only made this wolf stronger. The creature wears its history proudly, draped in the banners of the fallen foes and nobles alike. Any potential challenger should think twice before approaching the rider of this beast. So this little wolf guy has all three of the banners represented on his back underneath the saddle. So it's got the yellow, red, and the blue kind of across the back, and then he's got this cool mask on that he's wearing for protection. So he's going to be available July 24th through August 6th. And I think that looks super cool.
Yeah, it does look good on the mount.
Looks great on the mount. Pet-wise, we have the War Veterans Hunting Dog. It says, I love hunting with my dogs, but I can't understand why they try and pull my boots off after each hunt. Maybe it's a quirk of the breed. Ushtaga. So this is a new puppy dog. He's cute. He'll be available July 24th through August 6th as well. And then, have you ever wanted a deer that's on fire? Because if you did, this month is for you.
Only if I'm cooking it.
Though alarming at first glance, this fawn is perfectly content with its strangely blazing body. Those who contain this extreme example of mystical adaptation will find it back in an excellent medium for cooking over an open flame. This is going to be available, July 31st through August 7th. So rather than cooking the deer, you can cook on the back of the deer.
Yeah, that works too, I guess.
Apparently. Yeah. Then we've got some returning items. I'm just going to list these off. They almost all of them have ESO Plus discounts, and the dates are kind of all over the place, but I would say peep the article for the dates. So adornments that are coming back, the Heroic Poet, the Anequin Oasis Eyes, the Alliance Rider Hood. Costumes coming back are Ancestral Homage Formal Gown, Rimmon Fountainside Loungewear, Alliance Rider Outfit, and Dremora Deceiver Duster. Crafting and outfit styles that are returning, the Prior Theric Arms Pack. That's the one that's that weird red with the feathers and kind of the glowy purple stuff. And this one is from the Knights of the Silver Rose and from the Veteran Red Petal Bastion. That's what I was trying to say. So you can get the matching shoulder page, of course, for 50 Undaunted Keys from Urgleg's Coffers. You can also get the Symphony of Blades arm pack returning. This one is out of Veteran Depths of Malatar, but you'll be able to get it from the Crown store as well. The motifs as well, the Crown crafting motifs for the Akaviri will be coming. The Anvil of Zenithar arms pack is also coming back. Zan arms pack, and then Crown crafting motif for the Bloodforge style. So those are all returning. And then the Bandari Peddler crates are also coming back for the Crown store from July 10th through July 24th. So that's the limited run crates for this go around, is back to the Bandari ones. There's some really cute stuff in those. I have quite a few pets, and they have like little packs on them and like
they're adorable.
water jugs and stuff. They're really cute. I think I have the Bandari like wolf or something, but it's really adorable. House coming back, Sweetwater Cascades is coming back. So this is between the Khajiiti and Imperial lands. You can see sort of the beauty of Elsewhere off to the one side and the aqueduct and whatnot.
You can jump to your doom if you want.
Yeah, you can also do that.
Yeah,
so it'll
can.
be available. It's available now through the 17th. The Princely Dawnlight Palace is also back. This one returns through July 31st through August 14th. And then the Moon Bishop Sanctuary Furnishing Pack is coming back. That one will be to July 3rd through the 17th, so that one's narrowing down. And then Moon's Blessed Oasis, same thing. Pride of Alkosh hero statue till July 10th, so only a few more days. Fargrave Bazaar furnishing pack as well will also be coming July 17th through July 24th. Daedric statue of Sanguine, music box Ascension to the Ruby Throne, polymorph of the Dread Ankara is coming. The Ashen Rune Gathering customized action comes back. Soul Gem Parchment Clippers, our version of Rock, Paper, Scissor, is returning from July 14th through July 21st. And then we've got a whole slew of mounts and pets. So here we go. We've got the standard Quasagriff, the Goutfang Centrot, the Hearthfire Kagudi, the Black Cinch Lion, the Dremnikin Wrathsteed, Hughes Bane Pylon Palfrey, which is a horsey, I believe, and then the Pale Plume Fledgling Griffin Pet, the Snowcap Fledgling Griffin Pet, and the Brimstone Nixad. Some items that are leaving the Crown Store are 2 motifs, the Kindred's Concord and the Clan Dreamcarver. So those will both be going actually at 10 a.m. today. So if you're listening to the show or you're rewatching the show in the morning and it is not 10 a.m. Eastern yet, you could still get those. And that is it. That is the Crown Store for July. There's quite a few new things that I'm excited about in there.
Yeah, I want to see the house.
Yeah.
I think
The Miramore house?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know why I want to see the house. It's unlikely that I'll be trying to buy a house.
Have you done that content?
No.
Oh man.
No,
You're in
I'm very behind, and I need to really catch up on older stuff.
Yeah, that content with Gold Road, that's a ride, man. It's I would love to hear your thoughts on that once you get caught up.
Well, talk to me in 2028, so we'll see where we're at. Because that's about the pace I'm going. If we're
Hey,
lucky.
I feel that. That's me too. I haven't finished High Isle. I'm the worst. I jump around all over the place.
I haven't even finished base game, so.
Well, I've at least done that, but.
I mean, I haven't finished base game, but then I've done Rothgar. I didn't 100% the zone, and I've done elsewhere. So I mean, I've done some stuff, out of order, but I'd like to go back and kind of knock out some of that base game stuff. Just largely because I need to clear my quest log out. I mean, I can't even pick up more than like 2 writs at the moment because quest log is so dang full.
Goodness.
Yeah. Anyway, first world problems, right? If my biggest hurdle is overcoming a clogged quest log, I guess I'm doing all right.
That's right. Could be way worse.
Anyway, I don't know. Before we, I haven't opened this yet. Get into the next thing. We're talking about houses. Have y'all seen the other house? Anything on the other house that's coming?
Which one?
The final thing for.
Like for tickets?
Yeah.
I've only seen that it is over in Westfield and that it is like Dawnwood-ish, kind of, because it's one of those houses that has vines and stuff going through it.
What?
Yeah. Hold on.
Damn it, I gotta actually get event tickets.
You do. Yeah, you will cry if you don't. Hold on. Let me see if I can nab it from anywhere and put it in our chat.
That's one thing I guess I should see if I have all of the necessary pieces. What is the current
We are currently working on the costume.
No, the pieces that you need to morph into that.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's the costume called? Is that the Stone Wisp of Truth and Law? Is it that one?
No, that's the actual pet.
thing.
That's the pet. Okay, Gwen, are you ready? It's incoming. We're gonna just hear your gasp.
Okay, so I already have the thing that morphs that. Robes of truth and law?
Yes, that's what it is.
Why am I even decorating the Snugpod right now when this is going to exist?
Right? I know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a notable house in Westfield. So notable's medium-sized, right?
Mm-mm. Wait.
Is notable the big one?
Hold on. You might be right. No, it's stable, classic, and notable. Notables are the big ones.
Oh, notable's a big one.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I just happened to see something about it in a video that was going to be the next thing, so I didn't know if y'all had a chance to see that yet.
It is not. It's supposed to be on, I think, PTS. We get the patch notes for PTS tomorrow, I think. So I think that's one of the things that's supposed to be on there for testing. Along with the Writhing Wall event, by the way. So we can talk more about that, I guess, when we talk about the update 47 preview here.
Okay. Yeah, I may have to actually check that house out, since I'm going to be getting it anyway. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I will be getting that. It for sure. That one, depending on what the inside of that one looks like, it may be up for I may be moving there. That might be my permanent residence. Although I will be very torn because I have done so much work to my Willow Pond. So PC might stay Willow Pond, but I may move from the Sijic Villa to this one because on PlayStation, because that thing is that's right my style.
That's kind of what I was looking at too. Is depending on what the rest of it. I can't tell enough from the picture, but I love my island, but I would kind of like possibly to look at a different option, at least a temporary spot to put everything until I remodel the island to certain, to better suit what I would like to do with it, because I don't even know what I'd like to do with it yet. Anyway. All right. Shall I read the next thing here?
Sure.
Yes.
Let me get it, stupid the waters. All right. Update 47 preview. Feast on a new dungeon pack and more. 2 new dungeons, base game additions, and more await Tamriel's adventurers within Update 47. The Update 47 patch helps continue your adventures in 2025 by introducing a new dungeon pack and a series of free base game additions and changes. This new patch and content arrives August 18th on PC Mac and September 3rd on Xbox and PlayStation consoles. Want to discover the dungeons and update for yourself? You can help us test the upcoming changes when Update 47 arrives on the PC Mac public test servers Monday, July 7th. If you missed the recent preview live stream or simply want to know more, check out what's coming below. Feast of Shadows, a new PvE dungeon pack. Feast of Shadows introduces 2 challenging new 4-player dungeons for Tamriel's adventurers to explore and overcome. Both dungeons feature their own complete stories and in-game rewards, while tying thematically into the larger season of the Wormcult saga. In the Black Gem Foundry, you and your party must venture into a Cold Harbor manufactory and shut down their ability to craft terrifying soul-stealing armaments. In Naj Kaldish, a group of Argonian necromancers seek to corrupt and control an ancient Zanmir keystone, and it is up to you and your allies to stop them before they can complete their nefarious machinations. Feast of Shadows is included with the 2025 Content Pass or 2025 Premium Edition, now available. Alternatively, you can get access to Feast of Shadows with an ESO Plus membership or by acquiring it with crowns from the in-game crown store. Base Game Patch Update 47 also features a host of free additions and changes for all of ESO's adventurers. This includes the long-awaited and much requested Flying Mounts. Just kidding. Mount swimming functionality. finally dispelling the extreme hydrophobia Tamriel's mounts have suffered for years and allowing you to remain mounted in water. In addition, Update 47 also introduces stackable survey reports. Similar to Update 46's stackable crafting writs, this change will allow you to ensure your survey reports don't litter your inventories, freeing up more space for those harvested resources. These are just two of Update 47's highlights, so look out for additional details on this patch, including new functionality such as the ability to replay quest dialogue, compass improvements, and more in the coming months. New challenges and changes. With the Feast of Shadows dungeon pack in Update 47, your 2025 adventurer has only just begun. Will you expand your seasons of the Wormcult saga with 2 new stories? Perhaps you're looking forward to finally taking your Hive Thief Vardvark for a dip. We'll be diving deeper into these new challenges and changes soon, so keep an eye on ElderScrollsOnline.com for more. And let us know if you're excited for the new dungeon and update on socials. The Feast of Shadows dungeon pack and free Update 47 base game patch arrive August 18th for PC Mac, September 3rd for console, part of the 2025 Content Pass and Premium Edition. Alright, there you have it.
Nice.
You know it's going to be super guartastic?
Swimming
guars. Yeah,
Swimming
I know.
guars.
I've said it everywhere, but seriously, I'm looking forward to it.
You
I'm
know,
very excited.
the more I ride... Wow, it just got really bright in here.
You're welcome.
Is that a Varla stone or a Kulanda stone? What's happening here?
Kaleidoscope, what?
Both.
The more I ride my Gwar mounts, or Gwar mount, I think I have 2. I don't know. But the more I ride those, the more they kind of grow on me.
I love the Guars.
I think they have one of the better running animations for a mount. I like my big battle cats, but they look a little funky when they run.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care for the way that they run.
And the quasigriffs are the same. Like, I like the look of the cat and the quasigriff, but their running animation's kind of janky.
See, I guess I'm the opposite. I actually really like their running animations. That's why the Quasigriff is actually one of my favorites. I like how they run.
Yeah, I think the Guars just their 2 little legs just sprinting along. I think it's kind of fun. So.
Well, everyone thinks that. Well, almost everyone thinks that.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So swimming mounts are going to be a thing. So flying mounts to come soon.
No.
I mean, flying mounts, swimming mounts, it's not that far of a stretch.
Yeah, I mean, look, we can take our
Just
mounts
like
on...
how we've gone stackable writs, stackable surveys. What else can we stack before we finally stack treasure maps?
Yeah, I think for me, the reason I don't think they will do flying ones, it's a little different than water. Like flying, you have to worry about clipping a lot more than water, because most of the time in water there's no other obstacles. The water is the obstacle. So my concern is like flying, I don't know. I just don't think that the world is built for flying, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, you know, there have been other worlds not
It's
built
not
for
built
flying.
for flying yet.
Yeah, other
Yeah,
worlds have not been
that's-
built for
yeah.
it that got it later. So we're able to take our mounts on land. Now we're going to be able to take our mounts on sea. That only leaves the sky to conquer. I'm just saying. But
I don't see us ever getting flying mounts, but if we do, that'd be
I
cool.
don't either.
yeah.
We'll get stackable treasure maps before we get flying mounts.
Correct.
So the survey reports, are those not already stacking?
Mm-mm.
I swear I've got something that I have like 4 or 5 of.
No,
I like-
this is like, yeah, I know what you're thinking of.
Like the harvesting resource
because
things.
But you can't hold like more than one of certain things in your inventory, I think. There's something about this, and I remember it was confusing for
there
people.
are some. Yeah, there was something that I can't remember what it was, that I wasn't able to pull from a box because it said I already had one in my inventory. So maybe that's what it is. Anyway, yeah, that's cool. I think anything they can do to alleviate inventory woes is a definite plus. So
Yeah. Hold on one second. Find it. I was looking. Yeah, so it's 1 stack per profession. So it says, similar to the stackable crafting writs introduced in Update 46, this change will allow your survey reports to stack in your inventory 1 stack per profession. This seemingly small but significant improvement will free up valuable inventory space, a welcome change for not-so-diligent gatherers. The change is not retroactive, meaning, of course, it's only the new survey reports.
Means you still gotta do your surveys.
Yep.
Other
Other quick things that you mentioned there that were just kind of glossed over, but that I think we'll be getting more information on, of course, as we get closer to Update 47. Re-rolling visions in the Infinite Archive. So you can use Archival Fortunes to re-roll visions that you've selected. You also can replay quest dialogue, which you mentioned too, but that's like for story elements. So let's say you're doing a quest line and something happens and you miss the dialogue, and then it would be like one that would move on, or like let's say you're in a group and the person accidentally progresses the quest. You could actually go back and replay the quest dialogue, which helps with the narrative, so that's really exciting. I sure hope that they end up adding that to, like, I would love that to be the first step to like replayable dungeons.
My jaw just dropped.
the replayable dungeon thing really shouldn't be an issue. I mean, honestly, they could just change those quests to repeatable quests, and that seems like that.
Yeah, it might be a coding thing though, like because of how it has to work as well with people who are doing the group finder stuff like that. Like who knows what code is spaghetti code is all tied into that.
Oh yeah,
So,
no, I know it's not as simple as just saying it and it happens, but just given that the systems already exist for things to be, I mean, the aren't the arena quests repeatable?
Like Dragonstar is, and Maelstrom, yeah.
Yeah. But, so I mean, those are 4-player things too. So it's kind of Anyway, I don't see why that is unfeasible. But when I first read this, I actually read it that my first thought was, does this mean we'll be able to just replay the quests, or because even not just dungeon quests, like if there was just a quest you enjoyed doing, it'd be kind of nice just to be able to go back and do it again. But yeah, compass improvements. I didn't tell us much about that, but and then
I
it
don't
says and more. So I guess we'll find out soon.
I know what some of the and more is. There's actually 2 houses that are coming. So one is in the Gold Coast zone, and it's a medium home. It's called Hidden Spring Cottage. So that one's one that's going to be coming.
That's why you were eating cheese earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the name of that house that is the Morphable, if ESO Hub is right, is the Wildgrown Chapel of Julianos.
I mean, I'm still excited for it.
You can always rename it,
Not a fan of Julianos.
She likes the dark stuff. Yeah. And that is it, other than the Writhing Wall on PTS. So that's going to be... Writhing Wall won't become active until October 2025. That's kind of when they're planning on that happening. But the PTS that supposedly hits tomorrow means that we'll get to test the swimming mounts and quality of life improvements that are announced. And then I believe that the Writhing Wall test event will be available on PTS when it launches as well. So, if you're a PTS person, have fun.
Very cool.
Yep.
Dang it.
Wow.
Oh, no, you fell.
It's okay.
The
Fixing the stairs.
The next thing is it's bittersweet, but I think that I think it's important that we mention it because it is a change for the studio, and Matt Firor has done a lot to make Tamriel feel like home for a lot of people. I can tell you that before we get into this, when Gwen and I were in Vegas, I found it incredibly awesome and humble that he took time to literally talk to like everyone that he saw. And he also took in stride my husband 100% not knowing.
That was so sweet. That was such a sweet interaction.
Oh my gosh, it's one I will never forget. Like the studio lead, like the studio head, basically was just like, yeah, it's cool that you don't know who I am and you're here.
Yeah, no, I'll give him 10 out of 10 on professionalism points. He was solid.
My husband just said you're welcome in chat.
Ian, that was seriously,
Ian.
that memory lives rent free in my mind. That was a great time.
Me too. So anyway, if you're not sure what we're referencing, unfortunately there was another round of cuts and things made in the gaming community, which is very sad because it of course affected Bethesda and Xbox and ZeniMax and a bunch of stuff. So a lot of people had kind of a somber week, I would say. And Matt Firor also announced that he is stepping down. So he wrote a quick little note, and I thought it was important to share just because we do share ESO news, and this is going to be a change for people, right? Because we're so used to seeing Matt at these announcements and at these things. So he says, "Hi everyone, after more than 18 years leading ZeniMax Online Studios, I'll be stepping away later this month. The studio and the Elder Scrolls Online will be in great hands under the direction of the new studio head, Joe Burba, along with executive producer Susan Kath and game director Rich Lambert. Together, this leadership team has spearheaded many of ESO's biggest ideas and expansions, and will continue to make this game something we're all proud of. While I won't be working on the game anymore, I will be cheering you on and adding to the thousands of hours that I have already spent in-game. There are many more stories to be told, adventures to be had, and I know this amazing community will carry that shared legacy and success forward. Thank you, Matt." So, I thought that was a really, I don't know. I just think that was a nice thing, because we always get the letters from Matt at the end of the year and things like that. So I think kind of giving everybody the here's what's going on, and I still love this game and this community, I think was pretty important. So yeah. So there you go. Any thoughts on that from you all?
No additional thoughts. It 10 out of 10 professionalism for him. He was good to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts, but a lot of I won't get into it here.
Yeah.
A lot of it just has to do with frustration around seeing the way that companies are doing stuff.
Absolutely. And it has directly affected a lot of people that we know. There are some people that we are close to that this affected, and that's tough. That's tough. There's no need to name drop or anything like that, but just in speaking with some people, the toll that it can take. And even if you're not the one that has been affected by it, if it's people that you know and they're in your line of work,
right.
If they're a developer and they're in the same studio as you, my gosh, it's that mental toll as well of, my friend is gone, or am I next? That's so hard. That's so hard.
Hearing the way some of that stuff went down too was anyway very frustrating.
Yeah. There is one other thing I wanted to add to this. So Joe Burba, right? I know that when I first read this, I went, "Who the heck is Joe Burba? What?" So I thought it was great that Kevin, one of the dev team and community people over on the forums, also gave a little clue in, because some people in the forums were like, who's Joe Burba? Where's this person that we don't know about? Well, I hope they, know what they're doing. So Kevin responded and said, we will have more from Joe later on. The team is still working things out given the news. Please give us time. One thing I will personally say is that Joe has been a part of the team for a long time and is a trusted member of the team. He's been instrumental in career development at ZOS. He's got big shoes to fill, as Matt has been a powerhouse and advocate for the team from day one. But Joe is more than up for the task, and we are in good hands. So I believe Joe Burba is actually the ESO Live Services Director before this. So he has been with the game for quite some time. So I'm hoping that eases some people who may have been a little bit nervous or not know who that is. That at least gives people an idea of the fact that the person that is stepping into those shoes does have experience with the game and the community. So we'll just have to see what happens, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, kind of wait and see at this point.
Yeah.
What I don't know. We won't know the actual impact this has probably for
a while.
Probably a year or so, because so much stuff was already, we've talked about before. They usually have stuff kind of already in the works, so we're a year ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, we may not see how much this actually changes anything, if at all, as far as what we see in game.
Yep.
But we do wish the best for Matt and for all those that were affected.
For sure. Definitely been thinking about all those people all week, and I guess we can't say thank you enough, because it's one of the reasons that the three of us know each other. It's one of the reasons that we do this show. Gwen and I had the opportunity to go to Vegas for this game and meet some of these people, and it's just, yeah. And Gwen's going to the tavern. She's gonna see some of the team, very shortly as well. So, just thank you to everyone who was there and who is still there. So, just wanted to say that. Thought it was important. We got some lore. We can pick any of these, all of these, whatever you want.
Oof. Surprise me. Tell me lore.
Ooh, okay. Let me open the three of them, because I gotta remember again. Let's see. This one's a little long, but it is about Mana Marco and Vanis Galarian.
Guys, I put in a lore request, and then Crazy found lore for the evening.
I did. So, let's see.
Is this the
what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna ask if you were looking at the first one.
I was not, but I was looking at Artaeum Lost, actually.
Okay.
Because this is by Vanis Galarian, and it talks about his first time meeting Mana Marco.
Okay.
So, let's do that one. Let's do Artaeum Lost. So, this is actually a biography of Vanis Galarian's early life, but it does mention the plane meld and things like that. So, Gwen, would you like one of us to read it? Do you want to read it? It was your request, so I'm giving you the honor if you would like.
It was my request. I would request that you read it, because I'm not done decorating the Snugpod yet.
Okay. Okay. All right. So this was actually from Somerset, this particular lore book. But it says, Artaeum Lost. I seldom speak of my time on the Sigic Isle of Artaeum, My age and temperament make such recollections irksome and discouraging, bad for the digestion, as the clinicians say. Nonetheless, I owe it to my students to give them some sense of where our guild came from. Those who know me well know that I was not born on Artaeum. No, I grew up in squalor, laboring under a bilious kinlord on the Isle of Somerset. It did not last. Circumstances forced me to leave that life behind, and the Psijics discovered my talents shortly thereafter. They told me that my old life was over. No more hiding tomes under floorboards for fear of being discovered. No more hay-raking and knee-bruising scullery work. I would live a sage's life, free to study as I please, so long as those studies advanced the cause of equity, peace, and wisdom. I felt such great swell of joy in that moment. Of course, no joy lasts forever. I told my guide, the mystic Heliant, I was eager to set sail as I had never been on a seafaring vessel before. She laughed and threw down a glowing rune, catapulting us through the Orbis at speeds I'd never imagined possible. Just seconds later, we found ourselves standing on a windswept hill, overlooking the idyllic fields and pastures of Artaeum. Each day brought new discoveries, misty hollows filled with gregarious nixads, hidden lagoons with singing waters, clear as fresh-blown glass, flowers that whispered secrets when the wind blew, and stones with names too long for mortal tongues to speak. I read vigorously, wandered constantly, and quickly earned my gray cloak. It was around this time that I first met Mana Marco, who would one day be called the Worm King. In those days, he was a brilliant novice with a promising future, much like me. Our vast talents and contradictory natures made us natural rivals, but then the old ways of the Psijics banned such competition. My mentor, the powerful Rite Master Aikesis, told me, rivalry sows the seeds of war. Alas, he learned that blind amity can have the same result. As I progressed my studies, I began to notice cracks in the Psijic code, chief among them being the Order's all-consuming passivity. Like a bemused turtle, it lumbered along quietly, only occasionally poking its head above the grass to check for danger. Aikesis began to look inward, and our detachment from the affairs of Tamriel seemed to grow with each passing year. I still don't know why the Rite Master began his march towards isolation, but our emissaries and advisors started returning, one by one. The mist around the island grew thicker, and the petitions of kings came less frequently. We suffered from an overabundance of caution when it came to matters beyond the shores of Artaeum. The caution came at a high price. One brisk frostfall evening, I found myself wandering amidst the ancient stones of the Kapora Tower. In that place, time itself feels sealed in amber. Stiff wind whistles through the time-worn masonry, and the dull hum of the dreaming cave can be felt through the soles of your boots. It is a place of power, where law and reason give way to the sublime mysteries of creation. It was there, hidden within its torchlit halls, that I found Mana Marco channeling the powers of darkness. He had taken up the profane practice of necromancy in secret, and urged me to join him. I refused, and prepared to sunder his rituals with spells of banishing. Just as I began to weave my spell, the tower lurched around us. The drone of the dreaming cave grew urgent and bitter. Feeling the island's anger all around us, we resolved to settle our dispute within the Rite Master the next morning. Standing before Aikesis, Mana Marco made an impassioned plea to permit the study of necromancy. When Aikesis refused, Mana Marco grew belligerent and vile. He spat curses and ancient blasphemies like a Daedric beast. I stood by, all while convinced that the Rite Master would lock Mana Marco away. But Aikesis did not lock him away. He scolded him, stripped him of his gray robes, and banished him from the island. "You would unleash this broken myrrh upon the people of Tamriel?" I shouted. Aikesis said nothing. He merely lifted his hand and showered Mana Marco in radiant purple light. Then, just like that, my rival was gone. I stood there aghast. The myrrh I most admired had thrown open the gates of a wolf cage and set the beast loose on a world of gentle sheep. Now, in the wake of the plane meld, we see the grim result of Aikesis' mercy. I left Artaeum shortly thereafter. I remember looking over my shoulder and seeing its great cliffs and rolling pastures recede into the fog. I learned later that the island vanished just hours after I departed. It's difficult to see that as coincidence. Perhaps Aikesis recognized his folly and went into seclusion. Perhaps the Psijics knew that Mana Marco would unleash and chose safety over struggle. Whatever the case, the Isle of the Psijics passed into memory, and the once proud order sank into obscurity. When they return, if they return, I hope they remember their oath to guide Tamriel towards peace and prosperity. In the meantime, we mages of the guild must take up their mantle, protect the helpless, seek out new spells and new discoveries, and above all, be brave. In the face of arcane peril, the Mages Guild must lead the way.
Okay, now I want to hear Metamarco's side of the story.
Right? Yeah, I know.
Probably something like blah blah blah, those weak pathetic fools, blah blah blah.
I did find some other stuff on Metamarco, but you know, there's a lot to dig around at, so yeah.
Like, you listen to Vanis Galarian talking game, and he's pretty pompous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be polite. He's pretty pompous.
No, he is. He's very pompous.
So this book just feels like propaganda. Like this is propaganda.
Yeah, I mean, I do wonder how much of it though is also young, right? So like it feels as if that was written when he was much younger, because when he and Metamarco first met, they were really good buddies.
I'm hearing Vanis Galarian probably just kind of like forgot his roots when he became super powerful.
Yeah, I maybe it's that. Maybe it's that he's just been kind of, you know,
or the
changed.
crushing loss of the betrayal of your bestie.
Yeah, I don't know, but either way, you know, definitely.
This is why we study lore. We want to know.
Yeah.
Like, does the sink look okay over here? What do you think?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Hold on one second. I was too busy trying to find anything by Metamarco. Ooh. This was back in 2015.
Ooh.
That doesn't have to do with what we're doing now, though. Let's see. That's from Dragonhold. An aggressive guide on how to find corpses. Yeah, I don't know. We can look up Metamarco stuff another time, I guess.
That would be another day.
Yeah. There is... this one's fun, after what we were just talking about, because it mentions the Mages Guild banning, basically, necromancy. And this one's called Necromancy, the Great Debate. This one's very short, but I thought it's a fun follow-up. So it says, how dare they, hypocrites, pretenders, what gives the Mages Guild the right to call my particular practice of magic the Black Arts, and to forbid our use of these precious and ancient arts on pain of death? Ludicrous. Don't they understand? We control death. It is ours to command, and we do not fear its cold embrace. No, we welcome it. Only the foolish and fearful refuse to grasp power due to its source. They call us evil, but we are merely prudent. They call us irresponsible, but we understand the concept of risk and reward. They claim we bring terror and misery to the world. Well, at least on this matter we are in agreement. The world should fear us, for we have embraced the power of the dead and made it our own. Let the fools in the Mages Guild play at their conjurations and alterations. We are necromancers, and our magicka cannot be stifled or restrained. I have heard it said that such a great debate rages in the halls of the Arcane Academia. These so-called scholars argue the relative merits and risks of necromancy, but they do so from ignorance and fear. There is no need to debate this issue. Necromancy is the one true path to power. It is our path, and we will not be denied. And there is no author listed for said lore thing.
You know, it says that it's the one true path to power. The one true path to power is a bunch of stumbling zombies. I mean, we tend to wipe those things out pretty quickly.
You can't argue with results, and think about how much Metamarco accomplished and how long he lived.
This is true.
It's a good point.
By himself, for the record.
It's a good
Vanis
point.
Galarian had a guild and other people.
Yeah, but
So.
our player characters had us, and we killed him. Well, not exactly, but we defeated him. We defeated him. You know, largely
Defeated asterisk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
but
Bingo.
largely single-handedly. So, depending on which way you did certain things, you could argue that it was single-handedly if you didn't, recruit others to help you. So, all that power and little old vestige comes along and shuts it all down.
I suppose.
Yeah, well, that was fun.
Yeah, a couple fun readings. So. Oh man. Well, since Gwen's decorating, where didn't the Dwemer go? Never.
Oh my goodness, I've been all over so many places. Let's see, I was in Rivenspire. I actually bounced back.
Revision Spire?
Revision Spire, yeah. I was in Rivenspire a few different times because I think I went and knocked out a few surveys and such, and then that was before I developed my system to streamline that. And so I think I went back there. Didn't see them there. And I did not see them. Let's see. I was in Bankerai. Yeah, a few other places, but those two for sure. I did not happen to run across them. I did do one quest. Well, I was. That it was for something I should have discussed earlier. I can't remember what it was though, but I remember thinking, oh, that was kind of fun. But anyway, along the way, did not run across any Dwemer. I don't even think I even saw Dwemer artifacts while I was doing any of that stuff. So, yeah, kind of no luck on my search so far. But I do have something I need help with. If you two could help me. Well, I guess largely Gwen, if you could help me. I'm really struggling with this whole, I just feel like all I do is run around and kill stuff.
Ah. Well, have you ever tried just helping someone and not killing stuff?
But usually my helping someone ends up in me having to kill stuff.
I know what you're trying to do here. It's okay. Just being silly with you. Well, if you're feeling like a murder hobo, how about we talk about different ways to go to not be a murder hobo? Maybe we can help you feel a little better.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Okay. So no more murder hobos this week. I am being bombarded with tattoos left and right. I had to there was glitter everywhere last weekend. There's a bunch of little temporary tattoos that have been surrounding my life this week. It's just tattoos are on the brain apparently. That's just a thing. So we're gonna go with tattoos. That's the question this week. First question. IRL, if you could get an if you got an Elder Scrolls tattoo, what would it be and why? And then 2, in game, your character's tattoos. 1, does your character have tattoos, or do they just have paint markings? That counts too. How did you get them? What did you do? Did you purchase that, or did you just purchase them? Did you have to achieve something to get them? Why do you still keep them? With magic being a thing, tattoo removal so easy here. Why do you still have the ones you currently have? And how do you feel about them now versus when you earned or chose them?
Ooh, these are good questions.
Tattoos are a commitment.
They are.
I would probably say, as far as an actual tattoo, if I were going to get one, would probably just be the Ouroboros. And I know that's kind of probably a fairly common choice. I don't know that a lot of people have it, but I feel like that might be a pretty common answer to the question. But I think that's the first thing I think of if thinking of an image related to this game, then that tends to be probably what I would think of. If not that, if you're expanding beyond ESO, then perhaps the Skyrim logo, the Dragonborn.
My husband says, "Come on, get a guar."
That'd be very guar-tastic.
Guar would be a good choice if you were getting some weird animal tattooed on you. What about the other questions?
Um,
Does
You
you
know-
have any tattoos?
I've got these. Which ones are these? I forget what they're called. Yes. Wrong thing. Collections. That's under appearance, body markings. Which ones am I using? I am using the High Main's Hero body marks, and I don't remember exactly where they. It says acquired through purchase, promotion, or event. I can't remember where I got those. If that was like a morphable thing.
It's probably from a crate. High Main Hero, you said?
Yeah. I mean, I don't tend to.
Main like the main, like MANE?
Yeah, I don't tend to buy a lot of crates, so I could have gotten it, I suppose, through one of the like a Twitch drop or something. I haven't done a ton of those, but I feel like I made a decision to get that. Maybe I got it with gems or something.
Yeah, you must have gotten it with gems because hold on, let me look. EFGH High Main, all one word. High Main Zero body marks. Available as a superior level reward in the All Maker crates.
I don't know. And maybe when they gave us crates at some point, that was one of them. I don't remember. But with them being dragon themed, one of the things that I always liked about, when I got into playing Skyrim was, the dragons. I've always kind of been a big fan of dragons. I used to have a hoodie, big orange dragon on it. Just used to really, even as a kid, I was always into dragon themed things. So, dragon tats. So yeah, I mean that's probably just because it, kind of fits with a bit of, who I was growing up, what I was into, and will I keep them forever? It's hard to say, because we do have removal magic to get rid of tattoos without any painful surgeries or futuristic laser beams or anything like that. So can't say I'll always have them, but I do like the elsewhere is where we have the dragons in this game, and that's Khajiit, and just I don't know. I think it fits with kind of my personality a little bit.
Nice. For me, I have a couple different ideas, I guess, of what I would do just for fun if I was going to get an Elder Scrolls tattoo. I mean, the Ouroboros is kind of like the obvious answer, right? I don't think I would get a big one. It would be small somewhere. But the tattoo that I think would be interesting, especially because I've always played a wood elf, would be to have the sort of almost like what's above us right now in the Snugpod here, but like the Bosmeri symbol of that rounded base with the intertwined branches that are going up. That's like the green pact. You know, it kind of looks like antlers, kind of looks like a seed, kind of looks like a Snugpod. I think that would be really cool. It's the Valenwood emblem. But I also thought about if I was going to modify it in any way, I would probably put our Lore Seekers book in the center of it. Like right at the heart of where that little like seed or whatever is. Just because the guild has been such a critical part of my Elder Scrolls time, and I have made tons of friends who are like family. I have made, you know, a whole bunch of these memories. My husband and I have traveled places to meet people from the guild. I've met you both in real life, and like I wouldn't have that stuff without Lore Seekers. So for me, that would feel like a pivotal part of an Elder Scrolls tattoo, if I got one, would be to try and integrate our lore book with the eye in somehow. Just because it's been such a big deal to me for the last, you know, seven years. So I think if I were to get an Elder Scrolls tattoo, it would be something along those lines. Because I think that would be cool. Just because I like the Valenwood symbol. Or the Dawnwood symbol even. I actually also thought about that because it's kind of like a different version of that. And then with the lore book integrated. I also wouldn't mind just like a small one of the lore book. So, yeah. In terms of my character's tattoos, she currently has leaves on, like vines. I change my tattoo on my character quite often. So she's worn all sorts of stuff. After Gold Road, she was wearing some of Athelia's tattoos. But I tend to try and stick with tattoos that either complement my outfit that I'm wearing or are more like nature themed, just because she is a Bosmer. So that's why I kind of keep to that theme. And yeah, I intentionally bought the current ones that I have from the Crown store with gems, so I really, really like them.
So you mentioned the Lore Seekers book, and I wasn't really thinking about this because I was thinking more directly related to Elder Scrolls. But I have had the thought it'd be kind of cool to have like a Snugpod thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. That'd be cool too. There's also the common, I think it's hilarious, someone actually has it because I'm looking at a picture of it. Someone got a bow and an arrow, just very small, tattooed on the side of their knee. Just like a little arrow to the knee. I think that's hilarious. That's funny to me. I actually know somebody at work that has a Skyrim tattoo. It's like his whole, it's like part of his sleeve, like between his wrist and his elbow. It's really cool. The Imperial Dragon. What about you, Gwen? Are you not going to tell us? Oh, maybe she has Kid Aggro. Or maybe she's just not going to tell us.
We bored her to sleep with our descriptions.
We put her to sleep. Yeah. No, I got a feeling she has Kid Aggro.
Nope. No, I was muted.
Oh, well, hey, look at that. Unmuted. Here she is. She found it.
So,
Nice.
I have absolutely no idea. I know it would make sense to get something, just because it has Elder Scrolls in general has been the fandom of my entire adult life. I haven't really branched out to anything else. So that's kind of a big portion of my life at this point. So it would make sense, especially because I already have tattoos, and I do like tattoos. But I have no idea. it would be one of those, you know what? Sure, that design. We'll do that. That's where I'm sitting right now. But as for in-game, I do treat tattoos in-game like real tattoos, whereas when my character gets them, like sometimes I'll change them out, sometimes I'll take them off just because like I get sick and tired of them or something, right? Or she just needs a refresh for a while. But I always go back to the same set, and those are the Vivek arm tattoos, the buoyant armature, the blue one that covers like half of your back and is that metallic blue. Yeah. Because the first thing she ever did while being on Nirn in the second era was help Vivek, and she got the tattoos because, oh, you helped me, here, have these markings to show that you are trusted. And she's like, oh yeah, heck yeah, sure, go ahead. But as she's grown and has learned about the tribunal, she does not feel the same way about those tattoos that she originally. And then as a Psijic, and who does not wear regular Psijic gear all the time, she has her scrying Psijic face tattoos. And those I try to always keep on. I actually really like those. Those are a very nice thing. Very pretty.
Nice. Wow. I think we did it. Did we do it?
I think we did.
That was kind of daunting.
Oh.
It was
or
daunting?
were you undaunted?
Is it time to say it? Undaunted?
Yes. Undaunted.
We are undaunted.
Undaunted.
We're doing this so out of order. But I love
and
it.
you can be undaunted too.
On Fridays.
That's right. You can't.
At 7 Central, 8 Eastern.
Okay. So we are currently on the PlayStation, and on PlayStation portion of the Lore Seekers. And on PlayStation portion of the Lore Seekers, we have a few events that are consistent weekly. One of those events is Fearless Fridays with the 30th Dragoon at 7 Central, 8 EST, where it is the Undaunted. We don't need to say it again. We already said it, guys. Anyway, where it is the Undaunted event.
Are
What?
we undaunted?
We are Undaunted.
Okay, sorry,
I haven't
sorry.
got all the achievements yet for Undaunted. However, you can start chipping away at those and try yourself if you have not also done that by joining in on Fearless Friday. It's a lot more relaxing and easy and less scary, also known as fearless, to do those with guildies than by yourself with randoms. And then we have Treacherous Tuesday Dungeons. That is why this is why the three of us even know each other. We all kept doing the same dungeons. We all were available consistently at the same time, and so now somehow here we are in a podcast. I don't know, but you probably won't end up making your own podcast too. If you do, more power to you. But on Tuesday nights,
Get off my lawn.
it's generally. On Tuesday nights, it is set aside to try to help each other out with dungeons, whether you need to do a quest, you guys want to try to push for a certain achievement, you want to get a dye, a costume, or just do a story that you haven't done yet and you need guildie's help with in order to get through it. That's what that day is for. Just post and looking for group and see who you can find. Generally, we try to help each other out on this night specifically. And then there is Mondays with Moki, fishing or Cyrodiil. There will be fishing. Fishing for what? Who knows? Could be fish, could be murder, could be achievements. Not sure. But this is on Monday nights from 8 p.m. Central Time or 9 p.m. EST. And this is still currently on hold this week. It should start up again on the 14th, I believe. We were told that is next Monday the 14th. Then that would be accurate. It will be the 14th. The 14th is when the next Mondays with Moki will be going on again. Now, if you want to join in on all of these, if you are a PlayStation player and you want to have fun, you want to talk with your friends and do stuff, well, one, Discord exists. We have that on the PS5 now. Totally recommend. It's great. You can join anytime. But if you want to actually join in game and you are not part of the Lore Seekers yet, you can go to loreseekers.club and apply and see if our guild is a good fit for you, and if we are good, if we're a good fit for you and you're a good fit for us.
Yeah.
I missed something in there.
You missed what? You missed
where we can be found.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's that? Never.
Well, there's a couple places. If you want to reach out to us on social media, you can do that at the platform formerly known as at Snugpod Cast, and you can email us, and I can check it now. I leveled up and got the skill point and the ability to check email at snugpodcast@gmail.com. And if you're listening to this in the future and think, boy, I sure would like to hang out with these people live, you can do that by going to twitch.tv/snugpodcast or YouTube and search Snug Podcast. We generally stream simultaneously on both platforms, so you can come hang out, whichever's more convenient for you. Or you can watch the video back there as well on YouTube. And if you prefer, if you're watching this and think, this would just be better to listen to in the car or mowing the yard or, working around the house or whatever it is you do when you listen to podcasts, well, it's an option there too. You can just pull up a podcast app, search Snug Podcast, and you should find us there as well.
Yep. That is correct.
And I think that does it. I mean, this has been update 136, right?
This is update 136 for the Snug Podcast.
We're updating faster than the game.
We drop patches really quick. Man.
So, yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's a wrap. Do either of you have anything to add before we close?
I totally left socks laying on the floor up here.
Oh.
Just for funsies. I mean, they gave us socks to lay around. Might as well, right?
Yeah, sure. I guess the only thing I have is that I may or may not be here next week, just because I'm going to be out of town for a little bit. So, yeah, if you're trying to contact me, just know that I am still going to be available. It just might take me a hair longer to get back to you. So, that's all.
I will not be available.
Yes, you will not be available.
So, yeah, I guess we could touch on that real quick. The next couple of weeks are kind of up in the air, I guess, because the week after next, is that the week after next? Whatever the 25th through 28th weekend is, I won't be here, so we have lots of moving around.
We're all traveling at different times.
Yeah.
We all have summer things going on.
Yeah.
So if for some reason you don't hear a Snug Podcast one week, and you don't hear from any of us on why there is not a Snug Podcast that week, just know none of us know what's going on right now, but we will be back.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. So, and also, one weekend, did you touch on the meetup? Did you announce that again?
Well, Gwen's going to be at the ESO Tavern, which actually I will announce that really quick because they had some glitchiness with the ticketing system, so they have opened it up for the last 2 weeks for anybody to be able to register. So if you're in the EU or you're close to Germany and you want to go hang out with Gwen the Bard and Raymond and Forby and a whole bunch of other awesome people, you can register for the tavern still, I believe. And the other thing is, that's on, the 12th and 13th? Is that right, Gwen?
12th and 13th with a barbecue also on the evening of the 11th. That is a bonus ticket add-on.
Yeah, that's a bonus add-on. And then at the end of July, just in case, which is what I think you were also referencing, Number, there is GCX in Orlando, Florida at Universal Studios. That's an unofficial community meetup where we're doing for the Elder Scrolls. We have a tavern planned with calligraphy and leatherworking, and there is a lock-picking thing that you can do, and if you manage to pick the lock...
do the lock
If you can manage to pick the lock, you can get one of the prizes out of the chest. What I will tell you is, oh my gosh, I have the box of stuff because it got sent to me since I'm local, and wow, I'm insanely jealous, and I will want to try and win everything myself. But yeah, so we're going to be doing some fundraising with Tamriel Guild of Giving. There's going to be a stream for that, I believe, to fundraise for St. Jude's the week before GCX, and then with some creators, and then the 25th and 26th at Universal, they're doing the actual GCX like convention unofficial meetup. So there's going to be stuff for Fallout, there's going to be stuff for us for Elder Scrolls. We're really hoping to see quite a few people there to kind of spread the lore seekers love and the ESO fam love. So if you're able to come, we would love to see you.
Yep. Very cool.
Yep.
Well.
Alright, I think I have this thing decorated. I have no idea what happened to my vampire thrall, because of course I'm always going to miss something. But, even though I will be gone, the Snugpod is now usable. We have our ethereal well back. We have our regular crafting stations, our scribing table. You can update your outfit and your armory here, your transmutes. We are back to regular capacity again.
Look at this place! Wow.
Yeah,
I was impressed when you get a second floor in here.
I literally just did this in an hour. I am so proud of me.
Yeah, good job. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Very cool.
Yep.
Well.
So,
anyway.
I guess that's it, huh?
I think so. Okay, well, I guess I will wrap it up, and as stated, might not be next week, but soon we shall return and do some more snug podcasting and talk more about what's going on in game and what we're up to and changes coming and all that good stuff. But until we get together again, take care of yourself, take care of others, be a decent person, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Sleep well, Tamriel.